it recording? Okay, okay, it's on. It's recording, everybody. Let's go. Hello, all of my loyal subjects. It is I, the What If King J-Man. Today, I am recording a part 4 of What If Deku was Leatherhead. Now, I am sorry that in the last part, part 3 of this, I ended it off kind of early. I mean, I wanted to still recording, but something came up. So yeah, I am sorry about that. I wanted to keep recording, but I had no choice but to stop it there. Anyway, I just wanted to let people know that, and I am sorry about that. So just to clarify why I stopped it so suddenly. So yeah, sorry about that. Also, in a few days, I'm gonna be posting another What If soon. I know I said I didn't really want to make too many, or I'll get, sidetracked, and I'll never really finish. I don't know why I'm obligated to make this one particular What If. I don't know why. It's just a hobby, I think. I don't know. And I really am grateful that I'm up to 400 subscribers. It's pretty fun. So anyway, enough of me jabbering on. It's time for me to set up where we last left off. And yeah. Let's see. Where we last left off, Izuku and Froppy were just, sitting in class, waiting for everyone to show up. Todoroki and Momo and Ida, they mistook him for a monster. They became friends. They became friends later. Sorry, but we're gonna cut straight to Bakugo. As Bakugo says, "Get out of my way, you damn frog!" As Froppy says, "No, he's my friend." As Bakugo is about to throw an explosion at Froppy, Izuku quickly gets in front of Froppy and blocks the explosion. I just wanted to say that. And Izuku is pushing Bakugo straight into the ground. Like he has one hand on Bakugo and Bakugo's like pinned down to the ground. Just a little recap. As Bakugo says, "Let me go, you damn freak!" As Izuku says, "Do not touch her, and I'm not a freak." Aizawa comes in and says, "Hey, stop it right now. What's going on?" As he's using his quirk to cancel theirs and being kind of angry. As Bakugo says, "This damn villain attacked me." As the rest of the class is saying about how Bakugo wouldn't stop harassing Izuku and Froppy just because Izuku, looked different. As Aizawa says, he is not a villain, he's a student. Now, if you would all learn to shut up and wait, then I can begin to explain some things. As Bakugo is still being pinned down, and Aizawa says, "Izuku, let him go." As Izuku is growling at Bakugo, and he says, "Fine," as he lets go. As Aizawa says, "Now, take your seats and I'll begin to explain." They take their seats and everything, and Bakugo and some of the other classmates are like, "What the hell even is he? Why is there a giant crocodile monster in the school?" As Aizawa is about to explain, he's not going to explain too much, just enough where they need to know. As he says, Izuku is a quirk animal. He was a normal crocodile with a small intelligence quirk. And him and Froppy became close friends when they met up. A few years later, Izuku got taken by some not very known people, not very good people, and harsh experiments were on him, and then he became this. As everyone is looking at Izuku, seeing all the scars and everything, about how he was just a normal Quirk animal, and then boom, a giant monster, basically. As Bakugo says, but why did you take in a Quirk animal? I thought this place was just for students. Aizawa quickly yells at Bakugo, saying, how dare you discriminate against him? Might I remind you, our principal is a Quirk animal. So, I wouldn't want him to hear about this. Now, would you? Bakugo shutting up, saying, no. As I says, good. Now, everyone, meet me outside. We're gonna do a Quirk apprehension test. As some of them are like, wait a minute, how come we can't just go to the assembly? As he says, the UA system is flawed. I get to run my class however I damn well please, and how I want to run it is to see where you guys stand. The assembly is nothing but pointless. Doesn't matter. So enough talking, and let's get outside. As they're walking through, as Aizawa quickly stops Izuku and Froppy wants to talk to them. Aizawa says, Izuku, can I talk to you for a second? Sure, Aizawa. As he says, so, did you lose? I know you lost control, he probably deserved it, but we can't have you going off on the students. As Izuku's like, I understand, and I am sorry. Aizawa says, to make sure this doesn't happen again, I want you to talk to me with your problems, okay? Besides, I know a thing or two. I think I know a thing or two about emotions, even though I don't seem like it. Besides, you're one of my students, and I care about you. Now, meet me outside. As they both walk outside, Izuku quickly, being in the locker rooms, putting on a gym uniform. They made a special one for him, so it's, nice and stretchy and stuff. Has a hole where he can fit his tail. Just basic stuff. As, let's see, as Aizawa quickly throws the ball at Izuku, as he says, Izuku, you got the highest points out of everyone here. I want you to throw the ball first. As Bakugo in his mind thinking, wait, this freak got first? As Izuku quickly grabs the ball, and he quickly throws it. Now, he's basically as strong as the Nomu in the USJ fight, so he's basically in similar strength to All Might. So basically that. So I'm gonna say he put a lot of power into it, so I'm gonna say 2,000 meters. Yeah, 2,000 meters. As everyone's like, what the hell? Ida's like, Ida raising his hand, and Aizawa calls him and says, yes, Ida, you have a question? Yes, why does he have super strength? When Bakugo attacked him in the class, he clearly showed he had regeneration of powers. What is going on? As Aizawa looks at Izuku, and he says, do you want me to tell some of them? Do you want me to tell some of them a bit more? Izuku says, I guess. Well, like I mentioned before, Izuku was experimented on. And the experiments continued of giving him more quirks. As they're like, what the hell? He has more than one quirk? As Aizawa says, essentially. As he is like, so how many quirks does he have? Izuku, do you want to explain some of them? Okay. First you saw in the classroom it was regeneration. Now I have super strength. I also have shock absorption and also super speed. I also have a small intelligence quirk. As they're like, Jesus, he's like a lean, mean fighting machine. As everyone is kind of shocked by this, and Bakugo is getting pissed off, like, how dare this guy be better than me? I should take him out easily. He's nothing but a freak. As Froppy says to Izuku while he's walking back, you did a pretty good job, Kettle. Thank you, Suyu. As they're just standing waiting for the other contestants to go. Froppy goes next, and she knows how to control One for All just a bit. So I'm gonna say maybe 13% of One for All. Yeah, 13%. As she throws the ball and she gets 964 meters. She still can learn. She's still learning how to control it. She just she does break her arms and she does break some stuff sometimes. But I cannot talk. She holds it back just a little, and her arms are not broken. They're just she like pulled a few muscles. Just pulled a muscle, and her arms are a bit sore. That's basically it. As Bakugo goes next, getting the same score in canon. I'm gonna say 876 meters. As Bakugo's like, wait a minute, these two extras are stronger than me? I should be better than everyone. Sorry, had to drink some water. Let's see. The rest of the tests go similarly as normal. As, let's see, for the grip strength, they gave Izuku a bigger machine, since his hand would just cover up the whole thing and crush it. So they got him a bigger one, and he squeezed it, and it went all the way up to max. So he pretty much broke the damn thing. Let's see. Anyway, for running, it's him. I'm gonna say, instead of doing 2x2, I'm gonna say all of 1A is all of class 1A is running. All of them are running at once, and it's a pretty long run. Nothing too bad, just longer than canon, like around a just a wide open circle type thing. As Aizawa says, ready, go, as he starts the watch. As Izuku with his super speed is quickly, instead of running normally, he's crawling. He's basically doing the Leatherhead type run where he gets on all fours and just books it. Basically like that. And he's in first place. Second place is Suyu. Third place Ida. Fourth place Bakugo. And the rest, I'm gonna say whatever category they got in. So yeah, Izuku took first place in the running exercise. I'm not gonna go into the meters type thing since I'm not good at math. Anyway, let's see what else. They also did stretches, right? Izuku has a lot of different abilities, but being flexible is not one of his strongest suits. He's strong, he's fast, he's durable, but flexibility not his greatest strong suit. So I'm gonna say he gets dead last in the side-to-side jumps and the stretches. And the stretches type thing, you know? He's not very good at flexibility, Jesus. When it comes to like just moving from side to side in a certain pace. It has to be more than just, being side to side. And I'm talking too much, whatever. Let's see. It's the end of the scores, and as no surprise, Izuku takes first place, and Aizawa did say the last person would be expelled. As Mineta gets last place, Aizawa says, "Now, that was just the logical deception." As he says, "It was just a joke to give it all. Give it all. Hey, give it all you got. Whatever." As a lot of them are relieved. Izuku didn't really care about that since he knew he wouldn't get last. Froppy's not worried, and yeah, everything is just all hunky dory. As he says, "Okay, now get back into your normal school uniforms and meet me and your next assignment will be get dressed, and then we're gonna do a bit more lessons, and then you're gonna go lunch." Sorry. Let me drink some water for a little bit. I know it's kind of annoying, but it's necessary when I talk too much and my mouth gets dry. I bet some of you have the same problem. Anyway, as basically the lessons they go over, I just want to add some stuff I feel like I'm gonna add some of my own shit into this. Basically, they're learning laws about Quirk uses and property damage. I don't know what I'm just gonna add that. That's basically what they're learning for a day for the next class before lunch. They're just learning that. Izuku's questions are a bit easier since he's still learning. He doesn't know everything. So yeah, he's still progressing. He doesn't know much. He's quickly gaining knowledge from getting taught by Principal Nezu, and also Froppy teaching him a few things. So yeah, he's getting better. It just takes a while. Anyway, as the bell rings, as Ao says, okay, brats, go to lunch, and then just go to lunch, and then have fun or whatever you kids do. As Izuku and Froppy are in line for getting lunch, a bunch of people are looking at him weird. As a bunch of people looking at him weird and being scared of him. As Izuku thinks in his mind, they always think I'm a monster. As Froppy notices that he is kind of sad, he says, "What's wrong, Izuku?" He says, "Look at them. They think I'm just gonna rip their heads off with no remorse." As Froppy says, "Don't think like that. Don't listen to the people who call you monsters. Think of the people who say you aren't. And for now, that one is me, Aizawa, All Might, Nezu, and the rest of the teachers of 1A. So yeah, don't think about it too much. You just have to change their mind. So don't stress on it. Now, let's sit down and have a nice lunch. As Izuku says, yeah, that sounds nice. They get different foods. I think they have a wide open set of stuff that you can grab instead of just having scheduled lunches. Izuku and lunch. Yeah, it was Lunch Rush, the pro hero who has like cooking powers or something that manages the cafeteria in 1A. I wonder what his quirk is. I'm kind of curious now. Something to do with food. Anyway, Izuku and Lunch Rush, they're talking for a little bit as he says, "What can I get you, my scaly friend?" As Izuku says, "Can I get some fish?" As Lunch Rush says, "Sure, I'll have some fish cooked up for you right away." As Izuku says, "No, I prefer it raw." As Lunch Rush says, "Oh, I see. Well, then I can get you a big plate of raw fish." As he says, "Now, here's your napkin. Don't make a mess." I'm just making Lunch Rush comedic and a fun guy. I don't know what his personality is. So anyway, as Froppy and Izuku are sitting at just like a table, kind of like a big table. No one's really sitting next to them, or they're just looking at them weirdly. Izuku has a big plate of raw fish, as Froppy says, "You cannot resist your fish, can you?" As Izuku says, "And you cannot resist by eating bugs and flies." As Froppy just has a bowl of flies near her, and she's like, "Don't change the subject." Izuku chuckled a little. And a few students walk up to them, and they say, "Hey, can we sit with you?" These students being Shoji, Tokoyami, Mina, Hagakure, and Ojiro. Sounds like Ojiro. It sounds like I'm trying to say orange. Ojiro, the tail guy. Ojiro, Hagakure, Mina, Tokoyami, and Shoji. Yeah, they're all sitting with them. Hold on. Yeah, they're all sitting next to him. As Izuku says, "Really? You want to sit with me?" As some of them are like, "Of course. Of course we do. We know what it's like to be you. I mean, look at me," Shoji said. You and I are basically the same, being judged on looks and everything." Mina says, "Sometimes in my old school, I was made fun of for being pink. They kept calling me Pinky or stuff." As Ojiro says, "Sometimes in my old school, people called me a monkey." As they're all sharing stories about times they were ridiculed and stuff, as Mina comes up with an idea. As Mina says, "I have an idea." As Tokoyami says, What idea per se do you have, Mina?" How about we'll all be friends and we'll have our own little group?" As Izuku says, "What is a group?" As she's like, "What do you mean? Do you not know?" "I was once a normal crocodile, so I don't know many things. I only know a few certain math things that Principal Nezu and Froppy are teaching me, and along with other human etiquettes." As Mina's like, "Oh yeah, that does seem difficult. Basically, a group a group can be many things. A group of friends, an organization, anything really that becomes a large group of people." As Froppy says, "So get to the point. How about we'll be a big group of friends?" Ojiro saying, "What, do you want to give it a name too?" As Mina's like, "Of course, yes, we'll give it a name." As Ojiro's like, "Of course." Mina says, From now on, this table will be called our group will be called the Mutation Squad. As Tokuyami's like, the Mutation Squad? It rivals in darkness. Ojiro saying, of course, leave it to Mina to come up with something weird. Probably says, I love it, kiddo. As Izuku says, Mutation Squad? Yes, we all look different, and our table is based on different appearances, and everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome. As Izuku says, that sounds nice. As he eats some of his fish. As now they're calling themselves the Mutation Squad. A little idea I came up with my own. So yeah, they're getting along well. Izuku thinking, I'm making some new friends. This is nice. As Izuku says, I hope we can all be friends in the future. Mina says, of course we will. As Tokuyami says, agree. Allies are some of your biggest assets. Dark Shadow saying, aye, and besides, we all stick together. Izuku saying, well, I hope we can all get along. Bakugo just looking at them from afar. Freaks. As he's just sitting alone. So yeah, they're just getting along, nothing too much, just they're becoming close friends. And the new group is born. Goodbye, Deku Squad and Bakugo Squad. Hello, Mutation Squad. So yeah, that's basically it. That's basically what they're calling themselves. Mutation Squad. Hooray! I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, they're still eating. Izuku finishing off his last bit of fish and drinking some normal water. As they're just talking, sharing common interests. Izuku says that he likes jazz music and just being in someplace calm and relaxing. As they're just having a good time. They're just having a good time, to say it all short. Anyway, as an alarm goes off, as one of the students says, it's a something level 2 alarm. It means some people have broken into the school. As like, what? As most of them are running out to leave, as Izuku quickly grabs Asui and puts her on his back. As she says, Izuku, what are you doing? I want you to stay near me. If any villains come near, just let me know. If any villains come near us, let me know. I would rather avoid fighting if I had the chance. As they're basically, in the hallway scene where everyone is freaking out. As Izuku looks outside to see the media. He doesn't really call them the media. He's still like a quirk animal, so he calls them TV people. As Izuku realizes what's going on, as he quickly screams, like letting off a loud roar, like I can't do a good roar, like he's roaring and he's saying, quiet! Everyone looking at him like, oh my god, is he the villain? As he's like, and some of the students are like, we're all gonna die. As Izuku says, calm down. Look outside. It's just the TV people. As some of them are like, TV people. What is this guy? A caveman? As Asui also says while still on his back, like, yes, it's just the news media. They must have broken into the school. Everyone calm down. As they're all calming down, as everything gets settled. Everything gets settled and everything. Now. Let's see. We're gonna cut an hour, 1 hour later. While they're back in the classroom, everything was sorted out. Aizawa saying, after things have transpired, I almost forgot to say this at the end of class last time before you all went to lunch. You all need to pick a class president. As some of them are like maybe some of Izuku's mutation squad are like, maybe we should vote for Izuku and Froppy. As the votes are in, some of the students feel bad for yelling at Izuku for calling him a monster, so to make it up, they want to vote for him. So Izuku is basically like the class president, and Froppy's like the vice president. As Izuku says to everyone, I don't know if I'm qualified for this. As Froppy says, it's position. Thank you. I do not know much. I barely know any form of human customs or anything really. I don't know if I'm qualified for this. As some of them are, as Bakugo's like, who the hell voted for that monster? As some of the mutation squads like anyone would vote for you. As he says, just shut your face! Just shut the hell up or I'll blow you all up! No, typical Bakugo. As Aizawa quickly yells at him saying, quiet down! As Izuku's still talking, I just don't know if I'm qualified for this. I don't know if I can. I'm sorry, but I don't know. I don't think I deserve this. As some of them are a little upset, since they're like, but we voted for you. Don't worry, we'll help you throughout the way. Froppy says, if you're feeling pressured, how about I be class president and then you be the vice president? As Izuku says, really? Of course, I know you don't know much about society, so if you be my assistant in the class participations in the classroom, my assistant, then you'll be able to learn so much more. Besides, that way you don't have to feel pressured by taking on anything you're not familiar with. Izuku says, okay, as he says, from now on, I will be the vice president. Suyu will be the president, while I be vice. As they're cheering, some of the class is cheering. As like, go mutation squad, as some of the members are saying, mostly Mina and Ojiro and Hagakure. They're basically like the fun buddies of the group. The more serious ones are Izuku, Shoji, and Tokoyami. Suyu's just very bold. So yeah, that's basically what happens. It's Izuku is vice president and Froppy is class president. Now, I think I have enough time to do the heroes versus villains. I don't know how much time I spent on this, but I feel like it's not been long. Maybe like 20 minutes or so, I don't know. Anyway, we're gonna cut to the next day, where it's gonna be the battle portions and all. Because I feel like that happened the next day. Because, like, Izuku didn't still have a broken arm, a broken finger when he did the ball throw and everything. So yeah, it's the next day. As All Might quickly runs in saying, "I am here, running through the door like a hero! Ha-ha!" As some of them, a lot of Class 1A is cheering for Izuku, cheering for All Might showing up. And Mina's like, "Wow, it's All Might! I loved his hero career. I love his hero career." Tokoyami saying, "Yes, he's a very fine pro hero and very, very inspiring." As you know, they're just very excited for All Might to be here. As All Might says, "Now, quiet down. Now, I must say, it's time for heroes versus villains." As some of them are like, "Wait, what do you mean? Battle training?" As Bakugo's like, "Yes, combat." As All Might says, "Now, meet me in ground beta, and put on your hero costumes. Haha!" And you can't be too flashy without them. Now let's see. Everyone is, outside. Izuku's hero costume. Izuku's hero costume. He still has the bandages and the little metal things in his arms, since those are from the experiments. The metal things in his arm, but not the bandages. I don't remember if I did that or not, but whatever. The bandages are on his arms, and he's wearing like some pants, and also let's see. I'm trying to think of other assets. I can't really think of anything else for his hero costume. Because I don't really know. I don't think he needs much. He basically has everything that needs to defend him. He has regeneration, super speed, shock absorption, and super strength. So I don't think people are gonna do much. So yeah, he's just wearing the bandages and some pants, and you know what? Not a jacket, but maybe a tank top. Yeah, like a green tank top. A green tank top. A nice big green tank top with some pants. And also, always a hole for his tail, so it's not always, shoved down his pants. Feels weird and will look uncomfortable. As All Might says, "Wonderful! You all look amazing!" As All Might says, "Now, for today's hero training, for the battle portion, it's basically gonna be heroes versus villains. Like I said before, I'll be drawing names out of this box, Team E and D and stuff, and you'll be facing off against one another." As All Might says, "Is everyone okay with that?" As "Yeah, we're okay with that." As All Might says, "Great!" As Bakugo says, "How much are we allowed to hurt the other team?" As he says, are we being paired together by teamwork or skill?" As All Might says, "Okay, shut up. Now, it's time for the battles. Ha-ha!" Let's see. I think it'd still be the same, or Izuku and Ochako versus Bakugo and Ida. Yeah. Yeah, it'll be the same. As Uraka and Izuku are paired together. As Izuku says, "I don't think we've ever met." As she's like, yeah, I'm Uchako Uraraka. It's nice to meet you. Izuku says, are you not scared of me? As Ochako's like, why would I be scared of you? Besides, you can't control how you look. That'll be stupid if I judged you on your appearance. Izuku says, yeah, thank you. Uraraka says, don't worry. Besides, I'm pretty sure with you on my team, I'm pretty sure we can beat them into the dust. As she's laughing. As Izuku says, yeah, you're right. That'll be the fight. And when Izuku hears about Froppy and Tokoyami being together versus the other team, to be honest, I can't remember what team they even fought. Was it Momo and Mineta? I can't remember. They never really showed it. They just showed the other teams. They didn't show who they're fighting against. So yeah. For Froppy's team, it's just gonna be Froppy and Tokoyami versus Momo and Mineta. So yeah, that'll be it. As let's see. I'm gonna do Deku and Bakugo's fight. Then I'll probably do something quick with Momo and Froppy and Tokoyami's fight. So anyway, let's continue. As let's see, trying to figure out where I want to go. Like in canon, Izuku and Uchako will be the heroes. Bakugo and Ida will be the villains. So yeah. They're climbing up the stairs. They're climbing up the stairs in the building and everything. As they're talking about a strategy. As Izuku says, I'm big and bulky, so just get behind me in their way of their attacks. I can take them. As Uchako says, are you sure? Izuku says, positive. I can handle it. As Ochaka says, okay, I'll leave it to you. As Izuku says, once we see them, I want you to go after the bomb, alright? You got it. Good. Now, shall we continue? Let's go. As they're basically running up the stairs, Izuku being really heavy, he's not gonna be quiet. Bakugo hearing the loud footsteps as he says, it's time I pay that freak a lesson. Ida's saying, are you sure? He never did anything wrong to you. As Bakugo says, shut up, Four Eyes! This is just between me and him. As he's running down the stairs to fight Izuku, as Ida is left to guard the bomb. Just like in the original. Anyway, Bakugo and Izuku meet on the ground, on the middle floor, without, when they're upstairs and everything, as Bakugo says, it's time I beat the hell out of you, you freak. Or should I call you Scale Face? Izuku says, you cannot win. Ochako, yeah? Go get the bomb. I'll handle this guy. Okay, I'll leave it to you. As Uraraka quickly ran past Bakugo to go after the bomb. As Izuku and Bakugo are about to fight. It's time I paid you a lesson, freak. As Izuku's like, why do you hate me? I never did anything to you. Just shut up, you freak. Just shut up, Scaly. It's time we fight. Bakugo quickly charging in, throwing a big explosion at Izuku. It almost doing barely nothing. It barely did anything. Just maybe give him a slight scratch. As Bakugo's like, what the hell? As Izuku says, I told you, it's gonna be a lot tougher to beat me. As Izuku quickly grabs him with the tail and quickly smacks him in a wall. As he says, "Are we done?" And Bakugo says, "Not even close. Not even close." Bakugo quickly letting off a flurry of explosions at Izuku. With Izuku's regeneration and shock absorption, it's not doing much. But it did blow off. It did blow off pieces of his skin and flesh. But Izuku grew them back relatively fast. Jesus. Anyway, as Bakugo says, "Just what the hell are you?" Izuku says, I don't know myself. Some call me a freak, some call me a monster. But the one thing I will be is the one that I wish. But the one thing I will be is the one thing that my friends call me, a hero. And that's what I'll be. So I'm not gonna let you get in my way." As Bakugo's like, "I guess it's time for me to let off the big guns. My quirk is called Explosion. I sweat nitroglycerin like sweat that makes it blow up. Imagine what would happen if I had a large amount of it." Izuku, being confused, "You're gonna have to explain it more. I don't know what nitroglycerin is." "Of course, you dummy. Of course you don't, you dummy. It's basically what explosions are made out of." As Bakugo is about to pull the pin, as some of the class watching this say, "Sir, are you sure we should allow this? He's gonna kill him." As Alma says, "Don't worry, I have full faith in Izuku. Besides, it will take a lot to knock him down." As Bakugo says, "Die!" Pulls the pin. A large amount of explosions hit Izuku. As hit Izuku, all the wall and floor behind Izuku, it's just gone. It's just gone. As Bakugo looks at the smoke, as Bakugo is taunting, "Looks like I've won. Huh. It's just a shame, really. I was hoping to beat up you and that damn frog of yours." As Izuku quickly appears out of the smoke, and he says, "I wouldn't touch her if I were you." As Bakugo's like, "What the hell? It barely did anything. Just what the hell? What the hell are you?" Izuku getting some of the crazy eye, just getting some of it, as he quickly grabs Bakugo and he quickly pins him up to the ground and smacks him a little with his tail. As he says, "Listen, you can hurt me. You can hurt the things I stand for, but no one, and I mean no one, hurts my friends." As Izuku quickly grabs Bakugo and throws him through a wall. As Izuku getting a little bit madder, Bakugo quickly gets up and tries to throw more explosions at him. Izuku quickly put both hands together, smacking the ground and making a large quake, destroying some of the building and topping the floor. As some of the rubble quickly reaches where Ochako and Ito were, as Ochako's like, "Perfect!" As Ochako quickly grabs the column like in cannon, and he says, "Special home run!" As Ida says, "In the name of villainy, I demand you stop this!" As Ochako quickly runs up the column that is floating in the air and touches the bomb. As All Might says, "The hero team wins!" As Bakugo's like, "That damn Four Eyes, he couldn't do his job." as Bakugo is getting really mad, saying, "Damn you! I was supposed to win!" As All Might quickly interferes near the building, seeing if anybody was like severely injured, but no one was, and he quickly stopped Bakugo as they quickly get back to the room where they watch everything. As when Izuku gets back, Froppy says, "Izuku, you were amazing, kiddo. I didn't know you were that strong." Tokoyami saying, "Indeed. I wish to be as strong as you someday. A path of rivals, if you will." Shoji saying, "Indeed, you're very strong. That's something you can be proud of, and you won without any real struggle." As Mina says, "We're all proud of you, buddy." Hagakure says, "And don't you forget that I'm here. I may be gloves and boots, but I'm still here." Izuku says, "Thank you, my friends." As it's gonna be time, a few matches go by later. Now it's time for Froppy and Tokoyami's fight. I'm gonna try to make this rather quick, and then I'm gonna end this part off. So yeah, Froppy and Tokoyami quickly get out. Is near the bottom floor. Momo quickly creating the pads, the iron pads to block the door like in Canon. Like I saw a little. I remember seeing a little cutscene of Momo quickly barricading the door. So yeah, Tokoyami quickly rendering Dark Shadow, Froppy on the walls, charging up one for all, but not too much. Just around maybe 8%. Yeah, 8%. She doesn't need to go all out. As Tokoyami and Asui find the barricaded door, Momo was creating a few swords in each hand while the door was barricaded, and Mineta created a few sticky balls around the door, so in case they do show up, they would stick to the ground. Tokoyami saying, the door is busted in. I'll have to break it down." As Froppy says, "Be careful, kiddo." As Tokoyami says, "Dark Shadow!" As he says, "Aye, aye." Tokoyami making Dark Shadow into a giant fist and punching the wall. Remember, Tokoyami can make Dark Shadow into any item he wants. And I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you, Tokoyami, he's my favorite character in My Hero Academia. I don't think you could tell by my profile picture. So yeah, Tokoyami, he's my boy. I love him so much. Yeah, I just love him. No homo. As she quickly made Dark Shadow into a giant fist, punching through the door. Froppy quickly noticed the sticky balls on the floor, quickly wrapped her tongue around Tokoyami, and quickly jumped into the room or into an area where the sticky balls weren't being near. As Mo says, "You won't get past me so easily." As Mena, being scared, says, "Yeah, me neither." As Froppy says, "I don't think that'll be a problem." As Tokoyami says, "Dark Shadow, go after the bomb." "Aye, aye." Momo says, "Oh no, you don't," trying to slice that Dark Shadow with swords. And Froppy trying to go after the bomb too, while Momo is being distracted. Tokoyami is fighting off Momo, and Mina's trying to throw his sticky balls at Tsuyu, but she's dodging them like a pro. As in one fell swoop, Froppy quickly touches the bomb without any hesitation while Tokoyami was creating a distraction. As All Might says, "The hero team wins!" As when they get back, Momo and Froppy are talking, saying how good at skill they were, and they're just complimenting each other. Mom was saying, that was a pretty impressive strategy you had there. And I really wish I could have done more. As Froppy says, don't worry. Don't worry about it. It was just a lot of fun, kiddo. Dark Shadow saying, Tokiyami saying, indeed. Besides, we all must train our weaknesses and our strength even further. Dark Shadow saying, you got it. Besides, I'm a shadow. Dark Shadow saying, yeah, besides, it's important to be strong. I mean, look how strong I am. Just flexing. Dark Shadow's like a funny guy. I would totally want to pet him. He's so cute. I don't know why. I don't know why I love Tokuyami so much. Anytime I see him on screen, I was like, yeah, Tokuyami, fight those guys, fuck them up. And Dark Shadow, he's my boy. I love him so much. I don't know why. Anyway, the rest of the fights, they go on as normal. Shoji and Todoroki fighting Hagakure and Ojiro. Todoroki still doing the ice thing where he covered up the whole entire building. Nothing at all really changes that much. So yeah, that's basically it. Hold on, let's see. Is there anything I can add real quick? No, I think that's about it. Okay, I'm done. Goodbye, all of my little subjects. I'll see you in the next part. And, yeah, I hope you all having a wonderful day. I'm tired. Gonna go back inside real quick. And I really do enjoy you guys liking my videos. And more will be yet to come. Hashtag mutation squad in the comments. The new squad has entered the building, y'all. Anyway, goodbye. I'll see you all next time. Your king is gone. Goodbye.